Today, we're diving into a guide for one of the most influential thinkers out there right now, Yuval Noah Harari. The book is called The Harari Dictionary by Isaac Volpe, and it's built to give us some real clarity on the massive ideas that are shaping our world.
Just think about all the terms you hear thrown around all the time. Concepts like dataism,
The whole idea of a post-truth world. The rise of something called algorocracy.
And, even the really fundamental questions about our own free will. Right? It feels like these words are just swirling around us constantly, in headlines, in conversations, in debates. But what do they really mean, especially in the way that Harari uses them? Do we ever actually get a second to slow down and really get a handle on them?
Well, that feeling of information overload, it really gets to the heart of the challenge of our time. And it's exactly the problem this dictionary was created to solve.
This quote from the author Isaac Volpe just hits the nail on the head. Harari's ideas have become this kind of shared cultural reference point, but that's a double-edged sword. They get stripped of their context, simplified into sound bites, and repeated without being fully understood. So the real question is, how do we get back to the actual substance?
To see why this kind of precision is so important, we've got to go back to Harari's most foundational insight, and that's the incredible power of shared myths.
Harari basically argues that our entire world is built on what he calls imagined orders. So let's take money, for example. It has no real objective value, right? It's just pieces of paper or numbers on a screen.
Or what about nations? They aren't natural things like mountains or rivers. They're stories we tell and borders we draw on maps and in our own minds.
And laws, they aren't physical objects, but they're sets of rules that we all collectively agree to live by. The only reason any of these things are real is because millions, even billions, of us all believe in them at the same time.
And there you have it, straight from the man himself. Our superpower as a species is our unique ability to create and believe in these huge shared stories. Politics, religion, economics, all of it comes from this ability.
So, in a world that's moving at lightning speed, where these incredibly complex ideas get flattened into memes and slogans,
This book offers something pretty radical. It's an invitation to just pause, to think slowly, and to reclaim some of that clarity we've lost.
and that is exactly where the Harari Dictionary comes in. It's not just another summary. Think of it as a tool for deceleration.
This really breaks down the whole purpose of the book. It's a tool for slowing down. It's like a map to Harari's entire conceptual universe. It helps restore the original precision to his ideas and gives you a stable reference point in a world where meanings can shift so quickly. But, and this is crucial, it's a companion. It's meant to deepen your understanding, not replace reading Harari for yourself.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Let's crack it open and take a quick tour of how the dictionary actually works.
Okay, let's take a massive concept like free will. The dictionary just boils it down to its essence. From Harari's perspective, our choices are basically the outputs of our own biochemical algorithms.
And then, bam, it hits you with the direct, super provocative quote from Harari himself. That combination gives you both the clear, simple explanation and the powerful, memorable punch all in one spot.
Let's try another one that's everywhere, dataism. The dictionary defines it as this new, emerging belief system, almost like a religion, where the ultimate good is the flow of information. And again, it's anchored by a quote that just perfectly captures the whole worldview. You see the pattern? This structure, definition plus quote, is the engine that drives the whole book. It makes these huge ideas so much more accessible.
So, why does a tool like this matter so much? Right here, right now. Well, it's really about giving ourselves the ability to think more clearly in what can be a very confusing world.
This book is really for anyone, whether you're a student, a writer, just a curious reader, or even a critic of Harari who wants to engage with his ideas in an honest way. And I love this last point here. It's framed as a defensive tool, something to help you understand how these powerful ideas work before they get weaponized as propaganda or sound bites. At the end of the day, Harari's work is a huge reminder that the stories we choose to believe in literally create our reality. In a world that's being reshaped by competing stories and powerful new algorithms, understanding the language of those stories isn't just nice to have, it's absolutely essential. So the only question left is, are you equipped? If this sounds like the kind of toolkit you need, we've put a link to the book down in the description for you.